Hello, everyone. Eddie here. This is going to be a little rant because obviously we have about 3 hours before, or 2.5 hours before the government shut down. And what I'm ranting about, or what I'm specifically venting about, is I want to talk about the people who seem to always have glee in bashing federal employees and talking about how they're overpaid or they do nothing. They're just, you know, stealing the money because they're not qualified or what have you. I'm really curious with the fact that a government shutdown is about to happen and a bunch of us are about to be furloughed or either have to work without being paid. I wonder for these people who really seem to despise federal workers, if you were in that situation, would you continue to work and not be paid? How would you feel that you were asked to go home and not do your job because the Congress couldn't come up with a budget? I just, it just, it really irritates me. And the reason being is that I think people go into different workforces based on what they like. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily bash the private sector, but generally people go to the private sector want to make kind of like the maximum amount of money. People go into public service usually want to help people and they actually like the stability of that job. People in nonprofit type things, usually it's a hybrid of the two. And so I just find out the people who are in the private sector will be the first ones who will tell you that if they don't get paid, they're not going to work. But the people who actually want to help their fellow Americans will work through a government shutdown and not get paid because they realize how important it is to serve the public, how people are relying on the benefits that the federal government provides. So again, before you go bashing federal employees, whatever your beef is with them, just ask yourself, how would you behave in that situation? And to the federal workers, just let's take it one day at a time and see how long this shutdown lasts. Like anything else, we will survive. Be blessed.